This is Rochelle Morgan from Soundscaping Source with Tri-County Mental Health and Soundscaping Source. We're here to help all of us get through the pandemic together. And right now, we are turning the calendar over from 2020 to 2021. I don't know about you, but I am pretty excited to see the new year and hopefully to see an end to the pandemic in the months to come. This is the time of year when many people are making New Year's resolutions. And there are a lot of common New Year's resolutions like losing weight, exercising more, traveling more, reading more. I don't know. There's lots of different things that people often pledge to do at the beginning of a new year. And we set these goals for ourselves, and some people really see them through, and some people struggle to follow through with their New Year's resolutions. This year we're in the middle of a pandemic still, right? We're still getting through a pandemic. So this is a year when we need maybe some different New Year's resolutions than normal. So I wanted to offer 5 different New Year's resolutions for you to consider during this year of the pandemic. Okay? So number 1 is to have compassion. Compassion for yourself and compassion for the people around you, as well as your wider community. So we are surviving a disaster together. This is not the time for us to be mean, really, to place blame on each other, to cause each other pain. We need to have compassion with each other because we don't really know what each other might be going through during this pandemic. So that's number 1, is to have compassion. Resolution number 2 is to follow CDC guidelines. The CDC is continually updating their guidelines related to the pandemic and how to stay safe, how to keep our communities safe as we get through this COVID-19 pandemic. And it is important for us to stay aware of those guidelines and to follow them. That is the best chance we have for keeping ourselves safe and keeping our community safe as well. Okay, so number 2 is to follow CDC guidelines. Resolution number 3 is to allow yourself to grieve. Even if you have not lost a loved one this last year, chances are there is plenty for you to grieve from March 2020 until now. Whether you've lost a relationship or a job or an opportunity or even just a summer vacation, there's grief there. And it is okay for you to feel that grief and express that grief. It's important, actually, that we allow ourselves time to grieve so that that grief doesn't bubble up somewhere else. So allow yourself to grieve. That is resolution number 3. Okay, number 4 kind of pairs with that one, because while we want to allow ourselves to grieve, we also want to make room for joy. It can be difficult during a disaster, after a disaster, to experience joy and to have fun and to have good times because there's some survivor guilt. We might feel bad that we're not the one who's sick, we're not the one who's lost a loved one or a job. But for all of us, whether we are experiencing the worst aspects of the pandemic or not, we have to find those moments of lightness, those moments of joy and fun in our lives, and enjoy the heck out of them because they might be few and far between for a while. So that's a resolution for you too, is to make room for joy. And then the number 5 resolution out of these 5 I want to offer you is to hold your goals or your resolutions loosely. So even if you do make these resolutions, even if you do make a goal for yourself to accomplish something big in 2021, hold those things loosely. We don't know what is going to come in the months ahead. We don't know when this pandemic is going to end, what the long-lasting effects are going to be for our health, for our economy. We don't know. There's a lot that we don't know. So we need to hold all of these things loosely and just approach the year to come with compassion, with joy, making room for grief, and following those CDC guidelines. Okay? So those are the resolutions I have to offer you for 2021. I would also love to hear what resolutions you might have as well. Please drop those below in the comments section, and maybe we'll share some ideas with each other for resolutions for the year 2021. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you again in another video.